Good morning, everyone. I'm here to discuss current affairs today. As sir was not available. Okay, only for today. Don't worry. I won't burden you much every day. So, look, what I have done is I have picked up some of the important topics from recent period and we'll discuss them. Like I'll pick up 4 to 5 topics and we'll discuss one by one in the next 1 hour. Honest friends, hope all of you are here. I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, let's start. There is one of the uh, news. Recently Union Cabinet has approved for a scheme to manufacture something called rare earth magnets in India. Rare earth magnets. So these rare earth magnets can be an important prelims pointer. As well as in mains, you can show this as an example for indigenization, for self-sufficiency in rare earth elements. Okay, so the topic is rare earth. A scheme to manufacture rare earth magnets. Rare earth magnets. So cabinet has approved this scheme as a long-term policy, a long-term supply of rare earth magnets, basically to reduce the imports, basically to reduce the dependency on imports. Okay. So, do you have any idea about rare earth elements? Rare earth elements andre gotta? Hmm? Yeah. So there are how many rare earth elements? Huh? 17. Good. So there are rare earth elements is a group of 17 elements. Um they're chemically similar to metallic elements. Chemically, they're very much similar to metallic elements, and there are total 17 rare earth elements, including scandium, yttrium, and 15 lanthanides. So rare earth elements. So I'm not discussing about rare earth magnets. This is rare earth elements. Okay. So rare earth elements, a group of 17 chemically similar a group of chemically similar elements whose chemical characteristics are very much similar to the metals. Okay, so which include elements like lanthanides. There are 15 lanthanides plus scandium and another one is yttrium. Okay, why are they called rare? Rare earth elements, why are they called rare? Is it because they're not available? Is it because they're scarce? ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾವಂತನಾ?
So they're actually scattered.
Exactly, good. They're available. They're available in higher quantity. Not only because they're available in scarce quantity, they're called rare. They're called rare because they're not available in a single place in a highly concentrated manner. Okay, when will we call them as ore? When they're available in higher quantity at a single place in higher concentration, so that they become economically viable, right? But rare earth elements are not economically viable because they are not available in a concentrated deposits. Okay, so rare earth magnets are produced out of rare earth elements. Okay, so produced by the combination of rare earth elements. So few elements from the rare earth elements group are combined in the form of alloys. In the form of alloys. So rare earth magnets can be said to be alloys of rare earth elements. Okay, so India wants to develop facilities where we produce rare earth magnets by the combination of rare earth elements. Okay, so why are we focusing on rare earth magnets? Hmm? Rare earth magnets compared to other magnets, they're very they have some special characteristics. Okay, rare earth magnets have exceptional magnetic strength. The magnetic strength of rare earth magnets is much higher compared to the normal magnets. Rare earth magnets have higher density also, higher energy density, and their performance is also higher. Understanding this? So because of that, India wants to establish manufacturing facilities within India. Okay. So they can be used in various industries like defense, renewable energy sectors, electronics, aerospace, electric vehicles, etc. Okay. So basic ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? So what is the program? What is the news? Union Cabinet has approved a scheme for manufacturing, domestic manufacturing of rare earth, rare earth magnets. Okay. A scheme to manufacture rare earth magnets in India.
Scheme is done.
Huh?
Rare planets.
Scheme in actual with name launch agila, but they accepted that they will launch a scheme. In principle, it has been accepted. Materially, scheme na launch madilla. Union Cabinet has approved that it will launch a scheme uh, for manufacturing of rare earth magnets. So rare earth magnets become ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ basics ಹೇಳಿದೆ. They're alloys of rare earth elements. Okay. So why are we focusing on rare earth magnets? Because they have some superior qualities like exceptional strength, high energy density, all of this, and the performance is also higher, and they can be used in various industries including renewable industry, aerospace, defense sector, etc. Okay. And under this scheme there is government has decided for a total financial outlay of 7280 crores. Okay. Government has accepted, the cabinet has accepted that it will spend the 7,880 crores total financial outlay, total fund that will be disbursed under the scheme. Understand this? And the target is to develop 6,000 metric tons per annum capacity. The target is to develop manufacturing facilities to produce 6,000 MTPA capacity of rare earth magnets. Okay. Target ಏನಿದೆ ಹೇಳಿ? Per annum ಎಷ್ಟು ಟನ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಇದೆ? 6,000 metric ton per annum. Per annum. Okay. So under this scheme, the government has decided that it will distribute this capacity among 5 beneficiaries. 5 manufacturing companies will be allocated. Okay. To manufacture this much of rare earth magnets. This will be allocated among 5 manufacturers, 5 beneficiaries. Okay. So beneficiaries in the sense manufacturers. 5 manufacturers will be allocated. Okay. And for that allocation, bidding process has to be done. So competitive bidding will be done for that. So 5 in the sense, if you split it for each manufacturer, it would come around 1200 MTPA for each manufacturer. 1200, roughly 1200 plus MTPA capacity will be allocated to each of the manufacturer who will win the bid. Okay. For that, it has been decided that they will follow competitive bidding process. Total duration of this scheme will be 7 years. Total duration of this scheme will be 7 years. Okay. Once the manufacturing facilities are established, the government will withdraw the support that it would give initially. Okay. Initially, it is the government which will spend. Okay. And it will support those industries, manufacturing industries who will win the bid. Understood this? So what is this topic all about? Rare earth magnets. Okay. So rare earth magnet facility, now it will be produced domestically within India. We will produce rare earth magnets. Okay. In order to reduce the imports that we are dependent right now. Okay. So this is the first topic. Hope all of you understood. Let me pick up another topic. Yeah. This is one of the articles. Article 141 was in news. Read it yesterday. Article 141 was in news. Do anyone of you know what is Article 141? Article 141 gota? No.
Presidential control.
No. This is the Supreme Court.
The review of its judgments.
No. Article 141, it must be part of basic structure also. It must be part of basic structure. It's very important. Article 140, why is it in news? Recently, Supreme Court has expressed concern, okay, for high courts and lower court, especially high courts. They're overturning the decisions, overturning the decisions of something called coordinate bench. Okay, yeah, you might also not know what is coordinate bench. High Court ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಬೆಂಚ್? ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹರ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ದ ಬೆಂಚ್ ವಿತ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಜಡ್ಜಸ್, ಇನ್ ಹೈ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್. No, not collegium. Cases are taken up by benches in high court in the form of benches. Will be group of judges like 2, 3, 4, 5 athara 5 judge bench, 3 judge bench, 2 judge bench anta irtave. Minimum 2, 3 irtare. Okay, so each bench will decide the matters, right? So a bench would take a decision and it will give an order or a verdict that can be overturned later, reviewed by the same, reviewed later. Okay, but for that there is a rule. Every time a review is done, to review the earlier judgment of a different bench, the next bench should be of higher judges. Understanding this? But in coordinate bench andre equal number, it has equal number of judges, okay, and of the same court with similar capacity. Athara irbardalva. So it will violate that judicial principle where review should be done. Review ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳಿ? ಹೈಯರ್ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಹೈಯರ್ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ, ಹೈಯರ್ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ another bench in the same court, in comparison to present bench, another bench is there which is of similar capacity and similar power, and number of judges are also same. Such a bench is called coordinate bench. Okay, so what do you think if a coordinate bench overturn the decisions of another bench? Would it be according to the principles long held by the judiciary? ಹೇಳಿ, ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಇಂದ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಓವರ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಳೆ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ, ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಜಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಓವರ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೈಯರ್ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? That's a good practice. That is the practice we follow. Okay, recently Supreme Court has expressed concern that there are many benches overturning earlier coordinate bench orders. ಈ coordinate bench orders ನ overturn ಮಾಡ್ತಿದಾವೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು benches ಗಳು. That means what? I've understood the problem. What is happening here in judiciary, in high courts, especially high courts ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ issue? Coordinated benches orders ನ overturn ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, that should not be the actual practice. So using Article 141, Supreme Court is expressing this concern, and Supreme Court, what is Article 141? First of all, let's discuss that. Simple. Article 141 declares that a law or order declared by Supreme Court is binding on all courts. Understood this? ನೆನಪಿರ್ಬೋದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಓದಿಲ್ವಾ ನೀವು? ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. A law declared by Supreme Court is binding on all other courts, be it Supreme Court or any other subordinate court. Why? So that there will be consistent interpretation of law across the states. Okay, any law interpreted by Supreme Court, okay, will be binding on all other courts, high courts as well as subordinate courts across the states, so that interpretation of laws will be consistent throughout the India. That is the aim. To bring that uniformity, Article 141 declares that any law, any verdict, any interpretation done by Supreme Court is binding on all other courts. Okay, yeah, under Article 141, Supreme Court can issue Supreme Court can interpret this practice and give a verdict that such a practice should be stopped ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟೆಡ್ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಓವರ್ ಟರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ? ಎಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅನದರ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್. There's one more scheme called Pradhan Mantri. What is this? Pradhan Mantri, Pradhan Mantri Jan Vikas Karyakram ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಇದೆ. Pradhan Mantri Jan Vikas Karyakram. This was also in news. Jan Vikas Karyakram. Remember that the Jan Vikas Karyakram is associated with Ministry of Minority Affairs. Ministry of Minority Affairs. Related to Ministry of Minority Affairs. Ministry of Minority Affairs. So what is this scheme is all about? First of all, this is centrally sponsored scheme. What is the meaning of centrally sponsored scheme? Hopefully all of you know it by now. Fully funded by central government. Is it correct? There are two central sector scheme, central sponsored scheme. Gain difference. Online students. Akshay.
Sir.
Central sponsored scheme ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು?
Sir, central 70% fund ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, state 30% fund ಕೊಟ್ಟಿ
It can be 60-40, 90-10. So overall ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? It is initiated by central government. First of all, such schemes are initiated by central government. Okay, but it is not fully funded by central government. That means state will also have to share the funding. Such schemes are called central. On the other hand, there are other schemes called central sector scheme, which are fully funded by the initiated by central government as well as fully funded by the central government. Understood? So yeah. So Pradhan Mantri Jan Vikas Karyakram is a central sponsored or sector scheme? It is a central sector, central sponsored scheme. Okay, it is being implemented by which ministry? Ministry of Minority Affairs. So when you know that ministry, which ministry is you know this scheme is targeting which community? It is community whom it must be targeting. Who would be the beneficiary? Minorities. Okay, so objective of this scheme is to provide basic amenities, basic facilities like schools, health centers, community centers, community halls, hostels, drinking water, skill development facilities, etc. All these all these amenities will be provided. Okay, all these amenities will be provided to in areas where minorities are in higher number. Understand this? In any areas where minority population is more, in such places these facilities will be established under this scheme. What kind of facilities will be established? Like schools, or you can name so many points under this: schools, health facilities, health centers, hostels, etc. It is not for we are not targeting individual beneficiaries. It's a community based program in those areas where minorities are residing in, where there is dominant minority populations. Okay, so there is also eligibility criterion to select such areas where minority population is more than 25% of the total population. Okay, in a radius of 15 kilometer. So we'll take 15 kilometer. Within 15 kilometer, whatever the population is there, in that population, if the population of minorities is more than 25%, if the minority population is more than 25%, if it's more than 25%, such areas will be eligible, okay, for receiving benefits under this Pradhan Mantri. What is the name of the scheme? Tell me. Pradhan Mantri Jan Vikas Karyakram. Okay, Yeah, and it is open to all districts. It is open to all districts. We are not selectively launching this on a pilot based. Rather, we are launching it in a full-fledged manner anywhere in any district within 15-kilometer radius. If the population of minorities is more than the 25% of the total population, okay, it will be selected. So understood this? Okay, so why is it in news? Recently, government is reviewing the implementation of this Pradhan Mantri Jan Vikas Karakram. Okay, so that, and also one more thing, government is focusing more on the fund distribution, fund management for this. Okay, it is stressing the better use of the funds and also the better use of the portal. Pradhan Mantri Jan Vikas Karakram on portal ಇದೆ. ಆ portal ಕೂಡ correct usage ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, for that government is reviewing it, and also uh, there is something called SNS Purse. Okay, within under this SNS Purse ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಫಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದೆ. Fund management system. So let us discuss a little bit about it. Government is trying to link. Government is linking this scheme to SNS Purse. So what is this? State Nodal Agency Systematic Progressive Accounting Resource for State Harmonization. Okay, full form may not have to remember it, but if you want to write it down, you can do this. What is the full form? I'm telling you, it's not much important to remember the full form. Still, for your satisfaction, you can write it down. State Nodal Agent, Single Nodal Agency. SNMN, Single Nodal Agency. Single Nodal Agency. Systematic Progressive. Systematic Progressive. Systematic Progressive Accounting Resource for. Systematic Progressive Accounting Resource for State Harmonization. What is this system? I'll tell you. Listen. It is not specifically related to this scheme, okay, but this scheme is being linked to this system. This is a system. What is this system all about? This is a financial management system. This is a financial management system or cash management system. Understood this? Whereby they link um, center and states, cash management systems. For example, states have IFMIS, Integrated Financial Management Information Systems. Many states have this IFMIS, Integrated Financial Management Information System. Okay, ಈ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಯಾವ ಫಂಡ್ ಅಲೋಕೇಶನ್ಸ್, ಯಾವ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಫಂಡ್ ಅಲೋಕೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ರಿಯಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ. ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? PMFS. This system also oversees or manages the distribution of funds in various schemes. Okay, how the cash is flowing. So this is electronic fund management systems. These are IFMIS in many states and centrally, central we have PMFS, public fund. What is that? I just uttered it. PMFS, I forgot the full form just now. Yeah. Fund management system basically. Okay. And this is IFM is a state level. So under SNS Purse program, they're trying to in SNS Purse program, they're linking states and the center. States and the center. For whatever the cash distribution is happening between center and state, that will be managed under SNS Purse. Understand this? So SNS system is designed to improve cash management on fund flow from center and states. Okay. Under SNS Purse program, they're linking the integrated fund management information system of states. Integrated fund management information system of states with e-Kuber platform of RBI. Who is the banker for government? RBI. So RBI has a platform. RBI has core banking solution. The core banking solution of RBI is called e-Kuber. e-Kuber ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾರಿಗೂ? Every bank on the what is that? Core banking solution ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, CBS ಕೇಳಿದೀರಾ? Every bank has this. ಅಂದ್ರೆ that so many branches of a bank, transaction in one bank will be recorded in another branch also. How is it possible? It is possible only when they have a single system. Every transaction in one branch is recorded in another branch also, because they operate under one system. That one single system is called core banking solution. Just ಅಷ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಕೋರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಸೊ ಅದೇ ತರ RBI ಒಂದು ಕೋರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದೆ. That was launched in 2012. This was launched in 2012. So that core banking solution of RBI is called e-Kuber. What is e-Kuber? It's a core banking solution of RBI that was launched in 2012. Okay. So that means all the operations of RBI, okay, in all the states, wherever, every activity will be recorded under e-Kuber platform. Okay. So now e-Kuber platform is being linked to IFMIS. IFMIS are the states. IFMIS and e-Kuber platform is being linked together. Okay. So e-Kuber platform has records of central government also, right? So now central government fund transfer state government ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, okay, when you integrate these two, that will be collectively managed. Are you understanding this? Yes. So now mess up ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. Let me simplify it. So this SNS purse is nothing but it is a system which is
PFMS.
Public Fund Management System. Yes. The PMF is ಬರ್ದಿದೆ, ಅದು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Public Fund Management System. Yes. Okay. Now look at this. SNS purse. SNS purse, what is this? It is a system which is designed to improve cash management. Okay. From center to state. It is a system designed to what? Improve cash management with center to state by integrating IFMIS of states with e-Kuber platform. So this is how they're trying to manage the in-time fund flow, on-time, real-time fund flow management systems ಇವೆಲ್ಲ. ರಿಯಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಯಾವ ದುಡ್ಡು ಎಲ್ಲೆಷ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? Okay. So integrating IFMIS with e-Kuber. e-Kuber is what? Central banking solution of core banking solution of RBI. Okay. Okay. So why are we discussing this? SNS purse ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ? Now this Pradhan Mantri Jan Vikas Karyakram is being linked to SNS purse. Hopefully all of you understood this. Online students, ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? Please confirm your presence once.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you all following? Akshay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me pick up one more topic. Yeah. I'd gone through the topic recently on anonymous political donations. Anonymous political donations. Supreme Court has received a petition. Okay. In this petition is challenging a rule under Income Tax Act 1961, which allows anonymous cash donations up to 2,000 rupees. Okay. Any amount below 2,000 rupees, you can donate to any political party anonymously. Without your identity, you can donate it. Okay. So because it's a less amount, it has been allowed. More than that, anonymity maintain ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Understanding this? So anonymous political funding below 2,000 rupees has been allowed. Currently it is allowed. So this is being challenged in Supreme Court now with a petition. Now Supreme Court has decided to review this petition. Supreme Court has decided to review this petition, which is challenging the rule that allows parties to receive anonymous cash below 2000 rupees. Okay, so according to the petition, it has been criticized that it creates a loophole for opaque and untraceable political funding. It is like a loophole. Through this mechanism, political parties can receive large amount of funding which cannot be traced. You will never know who is funding this. Okay, ಇದನ್ನ ಮಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದಲ್ವಾ? Yes, so that is the problem. So regarding this anonymous political funding, okay, we should have certain ideas like cash donations up to 2000 rupees allowed under section 13A, currently under section 13A clause D of IT Act 1961. This allows anonymous contributions. Okay, anonymous contributions. Understand this? Next, the petition is challenging that this section of IT Act will is violating right to information. It's violating right to information. So is it easier for you to link this rule with right to information? Because we do not know who is donating that. So we do not have any information related to the funders. Okay, if you allow this and if it's being allowed, so it is violating right to information under which article? Can you tell me under which article? Article 19 clause ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. 19 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮುಗೀತು. 1 2 3 4 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಾವೆ. ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ 19 ಯಾವ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಾವೆ? 19 clause 1, 19 clause 1 sub clause A. 19 clause 1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ you have different rights A, B, C, D, E, F ತೆಗೆದಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ, right? So this is what? Right to? This is freedom of speech and expression. Article 19 clause B, assembly, association, movement, residence, and this is profession, right to profession. Okay, so you should know that. So article 19 clause 1 subclause A deals with freedom of speech and expression. Okay, so under the ambit of freedom of speech and expression, there is right to information also. Okay, so this anonymous political funding is violating article 19(1) clause A clause 1 subclause A, as it is violating the basic right to information to the citizens. Okay, because the citizens and the voters must know the sources of political funding. The voters must have this information that from which sources the political parties getting funds, so that the voters can make informed choices, isn't it? And also under the same petition, the same petition is requesting Supreme Court to direct a mandamus to Election Commission to scrutinize some of the reports by Election Commission. So what is mandamus here? No, mandamus ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿ, ನೆನಪಿಲ್ವಾ? ರಿವೈಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು? We command. You remember that? Yeah, so we command you to perform this activity. So any public authority, if it is not fulfilling its obligations, the Supreme Court can issue mandamus and make it do that duty, make it perform that duty. Okay, which it is absconding, which it is not fulfilling. So under the same petition, there is a request that the Supreme Court issue mandamus to Election Commission, okay, to scrutinize these contribution reports under Form 24. there is something called Form 24A. Form 24A ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಈ Form 24A ಅಲ್ಲಿ political contribution ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Okay, so now this petition is requesting Supreme Court to issue mandamus to Election Commission to scrutinize Form 24A of parties. Okay, so that you will get to know how much funding has been received and through which sources this funds is being received. And one more request also is being made out through this petition. Okay, these are very important for your mains. Mains ಅಲ್ಲಿ points ಗಳು use ಆಗ್ತವೆ. I don't know how much it will be used for prelims, but for mains these are very important points. Another request, another point that has been mentioned under the same petition is that it is urging that the political parties must be audited by independent auditors. Okay, so we should appoint independent auditors. That those auditors must be appointed by Election Commission. Okay, internal auditing ಇರಬಾರ್ದು ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಆಡಿಟರ್ನ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಡಿಟರ್ನ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ನ ಸ್ಕ್ರೂಟಿನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ. Okay, understand this? So it is also requesting for, so this point you can highlight in any mains answer. Can't you do this? Very important point. As a suggestion you can do this. So appoint independent auditors. So these are the requests under this petition. Yeah, and few more points we can associate topics that are study ಮಾಡಬಹುದು within this. Some extra points, RP Act 1951 section 29B. Section 29B you can remember as part of this. This can be a prelims pointer for you. Section 29B is very important. Section 29B of RP Act 1951 of Representation of People's Act 1951. RP Act of 1951 section 29B permits political parties to receive voluntary contributions. Just highlight that. Regarding contribution, we have a section under RP Act 1951, that is section 29B. What it allows or it permits political parties to receive voluntary funding. Okay, so voluntary funding ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? It allows voluntary funding. Voluntary funding ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? Individuals ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ? Any individual? Can any individual fund any political party? Yes, because section 29 is permitting us. Not only individuals, can companies do that? Companies can also do this. Can foreign companies do this? Can foreign companies funding ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ? No, foreign sources are not allowed. Okay, understand this? Companies fine, foreign companies are not allowed, foreign sources are not allowed. As well as government companies, public sector companies, they can also not do this. Companies and there are public sector undertakings also. PSS, they cannot do that. Okay, government companies and foreign funding is not allowed.
Foreign companies function in India.
No, government companies or foreign sources are not allowed. Understood this? So any individual and companies can do that. Private companies can do that. But there is a rule. There is a separate scrutiny for them. They can do that. But yeah, for regular companies also there is a cap. Maximum ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ. Maximum 7.5% of their average annual net profit over 3 years. Last 3 years ಅಲ್ಲಿ our average net profit ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅದರದ್ದು 7.5% ಲಿಮಿಟ್, ಅದರ ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Okay, 7.5% of average annual profit over last 3 years. This is the cap, maximum limit. Okay, have you understood this topic? In this topic, what have we done? What have we discussed in this topic? Anonymous political. There is a petition in the Supreme Court to review this law, which is permitting. What is it permitting? Anonymous political funding below 2000. Okay. Yeah. One more small topic, a very small topic I would like to mention here. Recently, the Prime Minister of India has inaugurated an MRO, maintenance, repair, and overhaul. Yeah, facility for LEAP aircraft engines. Okay. A new MRO facility is being developed. MRO facility is inaugurated. Where? In Hyderabad. So this is inaugurated by Prime Minister. Hence, it's important. Why Prime Minister should travel to Hyderabad and inaugurate it? Huh? Because it's MRO industry is a growing industry in India. Okay. MRO industry in shipping also, recycling industry, shipping, recycling, maintenance and repair, and it's related to maintenance industry of engines or any vehicles or shipping or ships. Okay. Such industry is called MRO industry, and this industry is also growing in India. India is one of the leaders in MRO facilities in especially ships. But this MRO facility is for something called LEAP aircraft. Okay. LEAP engine is a special engine. It's a next generation engine. It's a very fuel efficient commercial engine developed by CFM International. It is developed by CFM International. I think this CFM International is developing this advanced engines called LEAP engines. And CFM International, I think, in association with GE Aerospace. Okay. So what is MRO ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? MRO ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿ? It's a small topic. Maintenance, repair and overhaul. That means like routine maintenance, repairs, inspections and other overhauls. Okay. And replacements of parts. So this industry is also growing industry in India. Such a facility for advanced engines called LEAP engines, LEAP aircraft engines. Okay. LEAP these are aircraft engines, very advanced aircraft engines. Such a facility is being developed in Hyderabad by CFM International. Okay. There is one country news. Recently, India and Slovenia um, Joint Committee on Trade. They reviewed bilateral trade partnership. Okay. India and Slovenia Joint Committee on Trade is reviewing what is the condition of bilateral trade relationship that we have currently. Okay. So where is this Slovenia? Where is this Slovenia? In which continent it must be? Europe? Pakka? Yes. So it's part of Central Europe. Okay. So can you tell me any nearby countries? Is Belarus? Belarus is, yeah, not too far, but it's not a bordering country. Okay. So Slovenia has bordering countries like Austria in the north, Italy in the west, and we have Hungary in the northeast. I will show you the map. Can you tell me which sea is falling next to it, or which sea is close to that or close to that? So do you remember this map? There is Italy. This is which sea here? Balkan region. Karst topography. ನೆನಪಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ? Geography. I myself have discussed about this. Okay, it has a maritime boundary with Adriatic Sea. Okay, Slovenia has small coast, very small coast. Can you see a small coast with Adriatic Sea, right? And countries include Italy is there, Austria North ಅಲ್ಲಿ Czech Republic ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, Austria, then there is Hungary, and then there is Croatia. So these are the countries which are bordering this country. Okay, so this is a Balkan region, and this is what? And again, Slovenia, it's part of European Union. It's a member of European Union. Okay, uh, and it is physiographically alpine region also. Okay, and it is karst topography region. Karst topography region. Remember this. And one of the important rivers that flows through this country is Danube River. Danube River flows through this. Okay. Sava River, highlight this also. Sava River, Drava River. Okay. Danube also flows through this. Okay, Slovenia. Are you highlighting this? So recently, India and Slovenia joint committee on trade is reviewing the trade conditions between two countries. So just understand this, and also highlight the nearby countries also, like Croatia, Austria, Hungary, and Italy, and other countries also there nearby distance, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Okay, so what are the topics we have discussed in today's class? How many topics we have covered? Come on, let's revise quickly. Any topic revise ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ? First topic that we discussed today is rare earth magnets. Okay, ಏನ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇದೆ? So in India, we are going to establish rare earth magnet manufacturing facilities. We will be producing it domestically to reduce the imports. To reduce import dependency, we are doing that. So talking about rare earth magnets, some of the basic points, you know that they are alloys of rare earth elements. So rare earth elements, what are the rare earth elements? They are a group of 17 similar and with some metallic properties, group of elements including the lanthanides and yttrium. Okay, yeah, and scandium, such elements, 17 elements idave. Why they are called rare? Because they're not available, they're scattered, and they're not available in concentrated manner in a single place, hence economically they're not viable. Okay, that's the reason they are called rare. So such facility is to total 6,000 metric ton per annum capacity facility ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಗೋಲ್ ಇದೆ. And it is planned to distribute this to 5 manufacturers through global competitive bidding process. Correct? So we have done that. And second, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು article ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು article 141 we have discussed. Article 141 is in news because there are many benches in high courts which are reviewing or which are overturning the coordinated bench orders. Okay. Due to that, Article 141 deals with that. Article 141 ಏನ್ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ? It suggests that the law declared by Supreme Court is binding on all other high courts and subordinates. So all other courts across the India. This is to maintain uniformity in the legal interpretation and constitutional interpretation of Indian laws. Okay. This is a short topic we have discussed. Next topic. Pradhan Mantri Jan Vikas ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು? ಯಾರು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇದು ಜನ ವಿಕಾಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ? Ministry of Minority Office. So any area where minority population is more than the 25% of the total population, there certain amenity facilities will be built, provided in the form of the schools, hospitals, community halls, etc. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ? ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನೋ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ, SNS PERS. What is that? Financial management system. Okay, whereby they are linking state IFMIS with e-Kuber platform of the RBI. This is to improve efficiency in the public fund management in center and the state. ನೆನಪಿತಾನೆ? Yes. And ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ, ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಫಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ. What is the financial management system? Okay, public financial management system. Okay. Next topic can discuss ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ anonymous political funding topic discuss ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. Okay, so currently it is being allowed that any political party can receive political funding with the amount less than 2,000 rupees anonymously. That okay, so this is being challenged in a petition and Supreme Court has accepted this petition to review this rule. Related laws ಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಅರ್ಥ. Section 29B of RP Act 1951 ಏನ್ ಹೇಳುತ್ತದು? Section 29B of RP Act 1951, it allows political parties to receive and political funding from individuals and companies, and you know foreign sources, foreign companies cannot fund, and also government companies cannot do that. One more question under this. Recently ಒಂದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ, ಫ್ಯೂ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಏನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಬಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್. Indian company with foreign branch, can it fund political parties? Now it can fund. It is being allowed now. Recent few years and then allow ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Indian company with foreign brand, the foreign subsidiary of Indian company can fund. Foreign funding ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಬಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಫಾರಿನ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, that can do this. And also IT Act allows this. And political funding ಗೆ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ವರೆಗೂ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಂಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ ಫಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ MRO facility being inaugurated recently in Hyderabad. Okay, it's for LEAP engines, advanced aircraft engines, inaugurated by Prime Minister. Next, Slovenia ಒಂದು ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ ಸಾಕು. Okay, so we'll meet next time.